the news out of Pittsburgh, the Steelers put on their Twitter account that the new head coach, the new quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers is Russell Wilson. And you know the old saying, as Coach Tomlin has said over and over again, if it's on Twitter, it must be true. And joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin. Did I quote you accurately, Coach? Yeah?
Hey, you always quote me accurately, Rich. I appreciate you.
So, because if the Steelers, if @Steelers has tweeted it out, it's got to be factual, right?
It is gospel, brother. I promise you.
Okay, so confirmed. Walk me through your decision-making process that led to Russell Wilson being your Week 1 starter.
You know, it's been a challenging and good experience for me and for us, to be quite honest with you. Going through it, and really as we got into camp and really got competitive, it became evident that the decision was going to be difficult. You know, Justin's talents are more than I anticipated, particularly his mobility, the things that he can do and create. That was really exciting. Russ's deep ball is even more impressive than his reputation, and I've seen it for 10 plus years or more, toward 15 years in the National Football League. To be around it every day, it was really exciting. And I think that those are two examples about what made it challenging. It was challenging because of the things that they're capable of doing and how they conducted themselves in a positive way, as opposed to being challenging because of the things that they lack. Sometimes you're dealing with two candidates, man, and you're choosing the best of two unattractive options, if you will. It became very evident early in this process that it wasn't going to be that. And when you're in my position, man, that's a good problem. We had two capable guys, two guys that we're excited about their skill sets, two guys that we're excited about how they conduct themselves as professionals and as men. And it played out in that way. And so I'm really comfortable.
How much did Russ's resume and also his years of being a veteran put a thumb on the scale here for you?
You know, I think it does, but I think it does in terms of him, not in terms of the decision maker. I don't think that you can have the experiences that he's had and it not show in how you play. The moments can't be too big for a guy that's been at it as long as he has, and has seen the things that he's seen. He's had that confetti rain down on him. It's not speculation. It's not dreaming for him. He's lived it. And I think that when you experience things in this game, be it a player or a coach, a quarterback or a head coach, I just think it's benefit in having lived and have seen it. And certainly the high floor component of it puts you at ease from a decision maker standpoint. But I think the real significant advantage of his resume is probably in him.
And do you have conversations with him about where he wants to go to fill out his resume here? I mean, you don't have to have our heads in the sand here. You know, there's a place in Canton that he had a charted course for with his years in Seattle. And this opportunity, certainly for your vaunted franchise and fan base, for him to succeed with you here, he can put himself back on that track. Do you have those conversations with him openly with this opportunity?
Certainly. And it was a real component of us getting to know one another. To be quite honest with you, man, I want to be around guys that are driven. I fear satisfaction. And so, like, that was the first question that I had. Guys like him aren't hungry. You know, hunger has been met. You better be driven. You better be in search of something. And he is. And I quickly got comfortable with that understanding as I've gotten to know him.
How much of that conversation are you willing to share with me right now, Coach?
Man, we can talk about, Rich, whatever you want to talk about.
No, because I'm fascinated by it, because it's serious. Like this is his, you know, livelihood and his legacy. Like, this is a legacy question we have right here.
I think for me, it may have come from me first. Like, you know, what's your motivation? What drives you? What brings you here? What are you trying to get done here? Like, I don't have time to beat around the bush in terms of getting to know him professionally or getting to know any of these guys professionally. I just think in order to lead somebody, man, you got to kind of understand what motivates them, what drives them, where they're at in the short term and the long term. And so those are some questions that I got to immediately in our first conversation, and he was not resistant to them at all. His answers, quite frankly, were music to my ears. He talked about a guy whose better days lie ahead, who's excited about the challenges that lie ahead as opposed to his resume. That resonates with me. I can relate to that. I don't care about my resume and the ground that I've covered. I'm excited about 2024, and he made that really evident that he is as well.
All that said, and again, I don't mean to telegraph anything to your friend Raheem Morris, who you're seeing in a couple Sundays from now. Is there a Justin Fields package still, do you think?
Hey, my friend Raheem Morris better be ready for a Justin Fields package. I'll just say that.
Okay. So Fields won't just have an earbud and a clipboard, is what you're saying here.
I don't want to disclose any strategic approaches, but it's probably too much talent to be sitting around watching all day. You know what I mean?
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.